I can't believe I got to pattern test for Crochet Grove. I am so excited, but here it is. Isn't he just so cute?
So last year in August, I taught myself to crochet. Well, I didn't teach myself. I watched YouTube clips, lots of them, and learned how to crochet. And for about 4 months, that's all I did was crochet. All different animals, and it was lots of fun. But then the novelty wore off. And I didn't crochet for a few months. And then last night I'm like, you know what? It's about time we made something new. You want to see what I made? Dun, dun, dun. His name is Melvin and he's a monster.
Let's crochet our way through this poop my husband got me. We're starting with the first project. Can you guess what it is? We love reading horror. We even have an Instagram where we post our book reviews. When I opened this book and saw the first project was the monster from the book you most recently finished, I knew I had to make it. Did you guess correctly?
Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of Crocheting Creepy Creatures. Today we are doing the Loch Ness Monster. The yarn I picked was a little bit more teal than what the project had, which I wasn't mad at. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't loving the project when I very first started, so I did put it down for so long, in fact, that my hair changed. And then in all of these clips, I just look very grumpy because I'm not happy with it. I don't think she turned out looking horrible. I definitely think I could have stuffed the head more. I need to stuff my creations more, just in general. And then she probably could have used bigger eyes, if I'm honest. But here she is. And then I turned on the flash to try to make her colors show up a little better. And she had a hair on her. And then here she is on a stack of books, because I do read for fun. And then since we did do Cthulhu, I did try to look up some books about the Loch Ness Monster. I didn't find anything too interesting. Oh.
The thing I was just thinking about is that these Woobles crochet kits are designed for the complete beginner. Now, I'm not a beginner crocheter, but I wanted to see what it would be like to use their video instructions and how it would be kind of from a beginner perspective. So while I'm making the Kiki the Chick kit, I can only use my left hand to crochet. In every kit, there's a QR code that'll take you to this page, and you can select if you're a lefty or a righty. And the first video you'll see is how to hold your hook and yarn. So that's exactly what I did. I've never used my left hand to crochet before, so this was definitely a bit of a challenge and kind of replicates what it might feel like when you're holding your hook and yarn for the very first time. But I was so impressed by how clear the video instructions were. After teaching you how to hold your hook and yarn, they teach you the most basic stitch, which is single crochet, and then they walk you through every single step of each kit. It definitely took me some practice to be able to crochet with my left hand, but eventually I got the main body done. And now I'm working on making a magic circle. So the Woobles kits come pre-started with the first magic circle, so you can just get started on single crochet. But once you make all the little add-ons, like I'm making the beak here, you do have to learn how to do a magic circle. But again, the video instructions were super clear and made it easy. And here's how my chick turned out. It's definitely not perfect, and I really had to take my time with this one, but I'm proud that I tried something new.
Hey, what's up? This is my project that I'm working on. I didn't listen to y'all. I'm so sorry. I took out all the orange and yellow. And now it's just green. I really like green. And I think it's gonna look really cool when it's all completely covered. Oh, I'm so excited. Also, if you can't tell, I'm back home. Back in California. But anyways, this is where I'm at on this project. What do we think? I like the green personally better.
To crochet again because I used to love it, and then just one day never did it again. I started it in COVID. It's been about 4 years. This is an earring that I made out of cotton thread. Just use a 1mm hook, which I'm not even going to attempt to try. So if you're like me and you gave this up, this video will teach you how long it takes for you to get back into it. I don't even know how to start. I was hoping that muscle memory was going to kick in. Something to do with this. No. To YouTube. Crochet for beginners.
Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Simply Daisy.
Slipknot, that's what it was called. Ourselves against the wall. Go. Ah! She's
And you twist
starting.
upwards and pull through.
And then a pull. Oh!
Then
I don't even need to watch this. I remember, I'm making a chain. Using the fluff wasn't the best idea though. I can't really see the stitching. Could be why I never used it. New yarn, 20 minutes in, and I have a chain. Oh, it's frayed. Oh, it's stuck. Ah! Why is it shaped like that? I'm going to be knitting shreddies in no time. So it's been about an hour and we've achieved this. I know what I need to learn next and it makes me want to cry. It's the magic ring. What's going on? What? No! Help me! No! I feel like I did this in a completely different way. I don't remember it being in an X shape. It doesn't pull. Oh. I did it. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. Day one, just under 2 hours. This is how far we got. I'm now going to take a break because my brain is not used to learning anymore.
Today I'll be reviewing my wife's Minecraft crochet kit. So today we're gonna catch it. The pig is my favorite. I really like its eyes. Its eyes. Its eyes. Its eyes. And if you open it, you'll see that it comes with all of the supplies you need, including custom crochet hook for Minecraft, instructions and custom eyes we made, stuffing, and it comes with our easy peasy yarn with a pre-started piece to get you started. And if you use the step-by-step videos, you'll learn how to crochet just like this. We'll start by making our first single crochet stitch. And then we'll do a second stitch into the green one. My hands are telling me it's incorrect. And then when you're all done, you'll end up with something like this. Yes. I'm so proud of all the hard work that we've put into these kits.
I shall record every step. Oh.
I am 29 years old and I have 0 hobbies. So welcome to episode 2 of Hobbies, What Are Those? A series I started to document my journey of figuring out what I like to do for fun. The next thing I decided to try to see if it could be a hobby for me was crochet. And I recently completed a Woobles crochet kit for beginners to make this little guy. This is Fred. And I actually loved it so much that I ended up getting another one. This is their bundle for a mama shark and a little baby shark. So let's open up this main kit while I talk about what my thoughts are on Woobles and crochet in general. Woobles are beginner-friendly kits to help get you into crochet and teach you some of the basics. Inside each kit is everything you need to create the little plushie of your choice, and they have a wide variety to pick from, but it comes with all the foam and all the yarn you need, and it even comes with your crochet hook. They start the piece off for you. This is called a magic loop. I learned that throughout the video on my last plushie, but they'll start you out with this, and then you can follow their step-by-step video tutorials, which were really helpful, easy to follow. And if at any point I got stuck or lost, they had a little section of like common mistakes people make so you can troubleshoot and figure out where you went wrong. And I really, really enjoyed that. Now here's my overall take on Woobles and crochet in general. So overall, I love Woobles. I think they're a great way to get started to see if you even like crochet. You have everything you need to create the cutest little plushies, and you get to learn the basics of crochet. I think my only tip is going to be there are going to be points when you get a little cocky, get a little ahead of yourself because you feel like you got it down. That's when you're going to make the most mistakes. So just make sure you're always checking yourself and follow those videos as closely as possible, and don't get cocky. That's my only advice. Now when it comes to crochet, and if I think I'm going to be reaching for this as like one of my go-to hobbies, most likely not for me, because it's not really the most relaxing thing when you're first learning. There's a lot of thinking, counting, and concentration that needs to be done when you're first starting out. I think the more you do it, the more practice you have, you eventually get to a point where you could crochet and watch TV. But that's not the case for me, so I don't think this is something I'm going to reach for often. But every now and again, I absolutely would like to continue making little crochet plushies, and these kits make it really easy to just have a fun, creative weekend project to do, and my son gets a cute little toy in the end. So if you're interested, I will link this little bundle down below.
Hello, so I'm going to be showing you guys how I like to sew these heads on to these kinds of bodies. So I like to face shape my heads, so I use white acrylic yarn and I stick it behind the eyes and pull it out the bottom. So I have this right here. If you don't face shape, you can just tie a white piece of acrylic yarn or any color you'd like onto the bottom. The color doesn't really matter because it will hide in the fluff of the yarn when you sew it on. To use acrylic because for sewing, the chenille yarn can split and shed a lot, and it can be really annoying to sew with it, so I prefer to use the acrylic. Take my body, and I'm going to take my head, and I'm going to position it the way I want my head to be positioned. I usually like to do them a little bit to the side on these. Okay, so I'm liking this positioning, and I actually like to use these ambi sticks, and all I do is I stick them in the head, and then it goes through the body, and it will hold the head in place for me while I sew it on, which makes it so much easier. And I actually have these linked on TikTok Shop on this video if you guys are interested. So now all I do is I take my yarn needle, put the acrylic on there, and then I go from right underneath the head where the yarn is coming out. This trunk is in the way. And I just go in the body and then through the head. And then I pull through. And I just repeat doing that, going through the body and then through the head all the way around. And then I'll tie a knot and I'll weave in the end. And here it is, completely sewed on, and it was super easy.
So I cannot remember who on TikTok I saw made some of these for their friend, but I knew I had to make myself a couple. So these are Monstera leaf coasters. They are so cute, and then whenever they are in the pot all together, they kind of just look like a little succulent. I'm obsessed. It's absolutely adorable. I made these so I could put my jars on whenever I'm painting with watercolor, so that I'm not leaving wet circles all over my desk. And to put them back in the pot, you just grab them all up, roll them, and then put them back in place. You can adjust them if you need to, and that's the same thing where if you only use one, you just roll that one up and put it where it belongs, and again, adjust if needed. These are absolutely adorable, and I'm obsessed with them. I kind of want to make a lot more.
Got something in the mail the other day. So a couple weeks ago, I made this crochet penguin from the Woobles. It's this company right here. I got a handwritten letter from Justine, the co-founder of the Woobles, and she said, "We loved your video and we think Pierre is adorable. In my video, I give myself a little beret because Pierre is French, and she made Pierre a little crochet beret so he could wear it and match me." Hand crocheted penguin, with a hand-crocheted beret. They also sent me 2 more kits! A dinosaur kit and Billy the Unicorn. The dino is Fred. The unicorn, as I just said, is Billy. Justine also sent me a little tin full of the wee woobly bits. If you would like to see me make these creations, go over to my Patreon. It's $1 a month, and I'm going to be making both of these and giving updates. Miss Justine, I know you said that the beret was for Pierre, but I want the hat for myself. Thank you to the Woobles for helping me learn how to crochet. Pierre has a special message.
Thank you to the Woobles for getting me out of Paris and into Cody's home so I could kill him.